You spent 30, maybe 40 years doing the hard part, saving, contributing to your 401k, watching your IRA grow, making the sacrifices that turned a paycheck into a nest egg. But here's the question almost nobody prepares you for. Once you retire, how do you turn that pile of money back into a paycheck? Because a big number on a statement doesn't pay your electric bill. A monthly deposit does. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how a lump sum, whether it's $200,000 or $2 million, can be converted into an income stream that's designed to last as long as you do. No jargon, just the mechanics, explained simply. Here's something most people don't realize until they're staring at it. Retirement income used to be simple. You worked for one company for 30 years. You retired. A pension check showed up every month for the rest of your life. Social Security filled in the rest. Done. That world is mostly gone. Today, many of us have a 401k, a rollover IRA, maybe a 403b. And that account has one job while you're working: grow. Nobody teaches you what its second job is, the one that starts the day you retire. That second job is called decumulation. It's the process of turning a balance into a paycheck. Let me give you an example. David is 63. He just rolled over $600,000 from his old employer's 401k into an IRA. For 30 years, his only question was, how do I grow this? Now, for the first time, his question is completely different. How do I make this last for the next 25 or 30 years? And how do I turn it into something that shows up in my checking account every month? That's the problem we're solving today. Generally speaking, there are three paths people consider when they need to turn savings into income. Let's look at each one, including the trade-offs. Option 1. Systematic withdrawals. This is simply taking money out of your investment account on a regular basis, often based on a target percentage. It's flexible. You keep control of the account and the market upside, but you also keep the market risk. If the market drops significantly in your first few years of retirement, something we call sequence of returns risk, that can permanently damage how long your money lasts, even if the market recovers later. Option 2. Immediate annuitization. This means handing a lump sum to an insurance company in exchange for an income stream that starts right away, often for the rest of your life. It can provide strong income guarantees, but in most cases, you give up control of that lump sum. No flexibility, no access to it for emergencies. It's a one-way door. Option 3. A fixed index annuity, or FIA with an income rider. This is the middle path many retirees find fits their situation. It's built to generate lifetime income, similar to option 2, but it typically allows you to retain more control over your principal along the way, and you're not required to turn the income on immediately. There are trade-offs here too, which we'll get into, including rider costs and how the numbers are calculated, but structurally, it's designed to solve the exact problem David has. How do I get a paycheck I can't outlive without giving up everything today? Let's break down how that third option actually works, mechanically. Here's where I want to slow down because this is the part people get confused about, and confusion leads to bad decisions. When you move a lump sum into a fixed indexed annuity with an income rider, that money doesn't just sit in one bucket. Think of it like a tank with two separate gauges. Gauge 1 is your cash value. This is the actual money in the contract, what you could withdraw, transfer, or leave to your heirs, subject to the contract's terms. Gauge 2 is your income value. This is a separate number calculated by the writer that's used only to determine your future paycheck. It typically grows using a specific formula while you wait to turn income on. But it's important to understand, this income value is not cash you can withdraw. It's the number the insurance company uses to calculate your guaranteed lifetime withdrawal amount once you're ready to start income. When you decide to turn that paycheck on, Let's say at age 67, the insurance company looks at your income value, your age, and a payout percentage and calculates a specific dollar amount they will pay you every single year for the rest of your life. Doesn't matter if you live to 85 or 105. Doesn't matter what the market does that year. That number is locked in. Let's use Carol as an example. Carol is 62. She moves $400,000 into a fixed index annuity with an income rider. She doesn't need the income yet, so she lets the income value grow for 5 years. At 67, she turns the income on, and the carrier calculates a lifetime monthly paycheck based on her income value at that point. From that day forward, Carol receives that check every month, guaranteed by the insurance company for the rest of her life. Now, people ask two questions here. What if I die early? And what if I live to 100? That second question is exactly why this tool exists. Here's the core concept that makes this different from managing your own withdrawals. Risk pooling. When you buy an income rider, you're joining a large pool of other retirees. Some of them will pass away earlier than expected. Some of them will live well into their 90s or beyond. The insurance company uses actuarial math across the entire pool to guarantee your income, regardless of how long you personally live, and regardless of what the market does in any given year. That's fundamentally different from the 4% rule, where you are carrying all the market risk and all the longevity risk yourself. Now, I want to be straight with you because I don't believe in telling only half of the story. This trade-off isn't free. In exchange for that guarantee, you typically give up some liquidity. Your money is less accessible than a brokerage account, especially during the surrender period. Your growth potential is also generally more limited than being fully invested in the market because of how caps and participation rates work on the index growth. And there's a commitment involved. This isn't a tool for money you might need to pull out early next year. This is not a move 100% of your net worth into an annuity strategy. It's one tool used for one specific job, creating income you can't outlive. So, how does this actually fit together in a real retirement plan? I like to think of it as building a floor. Your floor is made up of your guaranteed income sources: Social Security, a pension if you have one, and potentially an income rider like the one we just discussed. Together, those cover your essential expenses: housing, food, healthcare, utilities, the bills that show up every single month, whether the market is up or down. Everything above that floor, your remaining investments, your brokerage account, can stay invested for growth, for discretionary spending, for travel, for legacy planning for your kids or grandkids. Take Linda and her husband as an example. Between his Social Security, her Social Security, and an income rider on a portion of their IRA, their fixed monthly expenses are fully covered, guaranteed. That means their remaining investment account isn't being used to pay the electric bill. It's there for the vacations, the grandkids, and whatever comes next. And because that account isn't propping up their monthly bills, they don't have to panic every time the market has a rough quarter. That's the real goal here. Not put everything into an annuity. It's designing a paycheck you can count on, so the rest of your money can do what it's actually good at. Let's bring this together. 3 things I want you to walk away with. 1. A lump sum needs a strategy, not just a withdrawal rate you read about online. 2. A fixed index annuity with an income rider is a tool designed specifically to convert part of that lump sum into income you can't outlive. 3. This works best as one layer of a bigger income plan, not an all or nothing decision. If you want to learn more, check out the free booklet called Retire Smart. It's linked on the page in the description box. If this video helped you understand a little more about retirement income, go ahead and like the video and hit subscribe. This is Retirement Security Simplified, where we specialize in turning confusion into confidence, one conversation at a time.